Bramble, it's thinking about it again. I think every episode is going to start off with me wondering whether it's working or not.
Yep.
Oh, it is working. Hello,
go.
everybody. Hello, my lovelies. How are we? It's really good to see you here for another bedtime story with me, Mr. Bramble, and of course,
Mrs. Bramble.
Yes, we're back again. Goodness, it's our 5th episode, Mrs. Bramble.
I know. I can't believe it.
That's over a month.
Yeah.
Goodness me. Well, isn't that exciting, boys and girls? It's really nice to see everybody here again. And we know that it's getting late, so we will kick things off nice and quick. But we just wanted to hope that everybody's okay and they've had a good week. And it's been much sunnier this week, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Which has been really lovely on our walks.
It's been lovely. It's been really nice to see what's been going on and see lots of flowers in the hedgerows. And
Lovely.
Things, isn't there?
Yeah. You've been very busy sketching out your flowers in your book and writing down all of the different things that can be used for them. So that's very exciting. Anyway, as we said, we're going to kick things off with our bedtime story tonight. I don't know what it did there.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's very jumpy.
It's all right. It's just being a little bit silly. Never mind. Anyway, so today's story is kind of linked to what we set as our challenge last week.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
But we won't tell you too much, except that it is about a very, very important person whose job is to keep us all connected, to make sure that we can keep in touch with one another, isn't it?
Yes, I'd say that. That was what it's about.
We will let you guess who our story could be about, but tonight's treat. Now, tonight's treat we're not going to have tonight because it's actually going to be our breakfast in the morning, which is very, very exciting.
Yeah.
And we're going to make a carrot cake flavoured version of it, aren't we?
We are.
Which we're very, very excited about.
We do like carrot cake, don't we?
Tell you what, why don't you tell them what it is while I go and get the bits and pieces?
Lovely.
Super.
So we're going to be making some overnight oats. And as Mr. Bramble said, it will be some carrot cake flavoured overnight oats. So I've gone ahead and grated some carrot. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, Mrs. Bramble. Now we've been very, very clever and we've got all of this ready ahead. And we've already made one, haven't we, Mrs. Bramble?
We have
Sorry,
indeed.
you were talking. I interrupted you.
No, it's all right. So I said that I'd already grated some carrot. So we've got some carrot grated just there already in advance. And then what we've done is we've also mixed up some oats and some, I've forgotten the name of the seed.
Flax.
Yeah, that's it. I forgot that name earlier as well, didn't I?
That's all right. Not a problem.
And we've also got some raisins.
We do,
ready
which is
to
very
go
exciting.
in. And then we've got some honey, some vanilla extract, some cinnamon.
Some lovely cinnamon, yes.
A little bit of salt to go in, and then
some
milk as well.
Now, you're very clever. You've already got the measurements for the boys and girls and anyone at home as well, haven't you? So that you can make these at home as well. So they're really good to make in advance because you could always have it for your supper before you go to bed. You've got to make it a little while in advance. Or if you want it for breakfast, make it before you go to bed. Just pop it in the fridge and you'll wake up to a lovely, lovely breakfast in the morning. Isn't that right? Super. So, shall we put this together?
Yeah. So
if I hold the tray.
Yeah. The measurements, just before we start. So it's 1 part oats to 2 parts milk to then a 1/4 part seeds.
That's correct.
So you can use chia seeds as well instead if you want to. That's the one. The measurements that I've used for this is 1 cup of milk.
That's right.
Then 1/2 cup of oats.
That's it.
And 1/8 of a cup of
flax seeds. That's correct.
Yeah.
And then just kind of a carrot or half a carrot grated. If you want to do the carrot cake version, because we really like carrot cake, so it's gonna taste a little bit like carrot cake. But you could do I don't know. You could do a chocolate version
and some cocoa powder, and some cacao nibs or some chocolate drops,
or chocolate chips.
Very chocolatey.
What else could you do?
You could just do like a plain vanilla.
And berries. Oh, yes. We do have berries somewhere.
Maybe a future version.
Maybe.
Right.
So
we've got a jar here for it all to go in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off by I'm going to scoop in our seeds and our oats. Ooh,
while Mrs. Bramble is doing that, thank you for those that have sent in your letters. We're working our way through them, and we're going to get them out to all those people from our challenge with the At-Home Hero Postal Service. It's very exciting, isn't it, Mrs. Bramble?
It is. Please do keep sending them in as well, because we want to get them out to as many people as possible. So I am next going to, I think, add a sprinkle of raisins.
Ooh, exciting stuff.
So a sprinkle of raisins in there, maybe extra. There we go.
Lovely.
And then I'm going to add this bit of carrot as well.
So remember, you don't have to do it in this flavour. You can pretty much flavour it with whatever you like.
Yeah, however you like.
Which is very nice.
And then I'm just going to take a moment just to, I'm going to add some more ingredients first. So a bit of cinnamon.
Yeah. And with the flavouring, it's kind of, it's a bit tricky to weigh out, but we would probably go for, what would you say? A teaspoon of cinnamon?
Yeah,
or,
I'd say so.
A teaspoon or two of cocoa powder, if you want to do the chocolate one. A pinch of salt. Sounds weird, but it does make it taste very nice, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Now, just a very small drop. That's it. Oh, two small drops. Goodness.
Because this one's only a vanilla, like flavouring. It's not full vanilla.
Yeah, and a very, very small bit of honey, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. As if Mrs. Bramble isn't sweet enough.
And then I'm just going to mix these dry ingredients together.
Good thinking.
Before I put the milk in there, because it could get a little bit full.
And a bit clumpy.
Yeah.
So we want to try and spread it out in the jar just by giving it a good mix.
All mixed together.
Super stuff, Mrs. Bramble.
Just there we go.
Oh, that looks great.
Oh, yeah.
Does it smell like carrot cake?
It does.
Brilliant
stuff.
stuff.
I'm looking forward to this.
Oh.
Right, and then I'm just going to
pour in the milk.
Pour in our milk.
And, if you can't have just normal dairy milk, then you can always substitute it for soy milk or almond milk. And if you don't like any of the ingredients, pretty much you need the oats and the milk, don't you, to make overnight oats?
Hey, there we go.
Great stuff.
I'm going to give it one final quick stir now that the milk's in there.
Lovely.
Just to make sure that all the ingredients are mixed up all together.
Goodness.
There we go.
Now, before we start our story, there was one person that I hope you don't mind. I wanted to quickly give a little hello to.
Yeah.
It's our good friend Coral. Because she's in the hospital at the moment. She's feeling quite poorly. But we know that all the amazing doctors and all the nurses are looking after her and doing a great job. And we really, really hope that Coral's going to feel better soon, don't we?
Yeah.
And we're sending all of our love and a really, really big virtual hug to her. And hopefully make her feel better as well.
Shall I go and pop this in the fridge?
Oh, if you could, that would be super.
Sure thing.
Oh, amazing. Well, that is really exciting. Like we said, we've already got another one made. So that's going to be our breakfast tomorrow, which is really, really going to be super yummy. And it really does smell like carrot cake as well. And I hope that everybody's doing okay. We, as I said, had a very, very busy week. But let's get to our bedtime story, shall we, Mrs. Bramble?
Oh, yes. I think that'd be lovely.
So, the person that you've been waiting to hear about is, of course, Sally, our post lady.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And it's actually her birthday tomorrow. So this story is all based around what lots of all the other people in the Wild Wood have come together and done for Sally today while she was on her rounds, dropping off all the letters and all the parcels for everybody, isn't it? I'll let you start.
So one of the first things that Sally saw this morning was a happy birthday sign and a thank you sign that had been put up in the cat's house in their window.
Yeah.
So the kittens from the other week, they'd gathered together lots of little bits of scrap paper, stuck them together, used some old string, and they'd made some bunting that said, "Happy birthday, Sally," and "Thank you."
They did, which was a really lovely idea, and especially considering, of course, they love to play with their ball of string. So it was very, very kind of the kittens to give that up, to make sure that Sally had a really good start to her morning, which was very kind. Yeah. And then what happened next?
Then there's the work of Mr. Badger and Mr. Fox
and Mrs. Mole.
And Mrs. Mole.
Of course. So Sally uses a satchel, which is a nice little over-the-shoulder bag to carry all of your post and all of your parcels, all of your goodies.
Keep everything dry as well.
That's correct, yes. And she's had this satchel for, years.
Years and years. It's been repaired, and it's been sewn back together, and there's been patches added to it.
I'm surprised that she doesn't lose any of the parcels through it.
Yeah, the number of holes that are in there now.
Exactly. Yeah. But what the lovely people of the wood that we mentioned did for her was they sewed her a new one, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. So Mrs. Mole, she got together some tarpaulin and she cut out all of the shapes.
She did.
And then she popped it in a wicker basket.
She did.
And she popped it over the garden fence.
That's correct.
To
Mr. Badger.
Fox.
Oh, no, it was Mr. Badger.
It was Mr. Badger first.
That was it. It was Mr. Badger first. And what he did was, because they all live in a line sort of next to each other, they're really close neighbours in the wildwood, is he then got all of the pieces of the pattern and started to sew them together, didn't he? And slowly this bag started to become a bag shape, which was amazing. Yeah. And he did some kind of final touches to the bag itself, like added pockets and a lovely lining on the inside, didn't he? And then he popped it over to the wall to Mr. Fox. And then what did he do?
He was able to add some clasps onto the front so that it could close shut.
Yeah.
And he also added a zip on the inside to keep everything nice and dry so that there was extra coverage. Yeah. And he also added a strap, didn't he?
He did, so that she could put it over her shoulder. Yeah. And then she's got a lovely new bag. And what they did was, while she was just before, in fact, they said to us that just before she got that to them to deliver their post, they popped it out on their garden wall with a little note that just said, "Happy birthday, Sally. This is for you." Which we thought was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Which was very nice. And then what else happened?
Oh, yes. There was the surprise for tomorrow.
Oh, there is, yes. And luckily, Sally is still busy at work, so she's not going to be able to see this before her birthday tomorrow. Although, when she does see this, happy birthday for tomorrow, Sally. It was Fred's surprise cake. Now, Fred the bread baker, as we've mentioned, doesn't just bake bread, but for some reason he has become known as Fred the bread baker. Mind you, his bread is very, very tasty. It's very good. He baked her a surprise cake on the asking of her husband, which we thought was very good, because of course you have to have a surprise birthday cake.
Yeah, and it's her favourite flavour as well.
It is. What is it?
It was jam and cream.
Oh, jam and cream sponge. Oh, lovely.
Nice, like Victoria sponge.
That's it.
With some a dusting of icing sugar on top.
Very tasty. Anyway, of course, Fred couldn't kind of get this over in the easiest way possible because of what's happening at the minute and having to stay inside and he's kind of struggling with his deliveries at the minute.
He's been doing a few, but he can't get out to everyone.
And also, everybody is asking for bread at the minute.
Yeah, so they all want it delivered.
They do. So, he had a very clever thought, didn't he?
Very clever idea.
So, he spoke to Sally's husband, and they got together, and he said, well, I'll tell you what, why don't I address this? I'm going to send it in the post. So it's going to be a little bit risky because Sally might be the one that's actually delivering it. But here's where the smart bit comes in. I'm going to address it to you, not to Sally. This way she won't get a little bit suspicious and think, oh, yeah, there's a parcel for me.
Because she might have opened it.
She might have opened it. And if she saw it, it wouldn't be a surprise cake, would it?
No.
So he addressed it to her husband. And of course, Sally, I'm sure, has delivered it. And
Probably.
She wouldn't have opened it because I'm sure she was expecting a present and thought, no, I'll leave it until Sunday. So we thought that was very, very clever indeed. So good thinking there, Fred.
Yeah.
And what did we do?
Wow. we got in touch with one of our very old friends, didn't we?
Did.
We've got a lot of friends in the wildwood and beyond the wildwood.
Yes, in the wild world as well. Who was it?
It was Mother Nature.
Mother Nature, that's correct. Whose sisters, of course, are the seasons, except for her brother, who is, of course, Great Uncle Winter.
Yeah.
And we got in touch with her and said, look, it's one of our dear friends and a very, very important person who does an amazing job at the minute.
Yeah.
Not just at the minute, actually. Every day, of course, that she does her rounds is really important.
She's out in all weathers.
She is, and especially now, she's doing an even harder job.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do something, a little treat for her day off tomorrow for her birthday. And we asked Mother Nature, we said, oh, please make the weather really, really nice tomorrow. Please just bring the sunshine and make it a really warm day so that Sally can go and enjoy the day in her garden and be pampered and spoilt rotten and just take the time off and put her feet up because she really, really deserves it. And Mother Nature is so kind. And of course she said, well, I suppose if it's for you two, she owes us lots of favours. So she said, of course, no problem. So, all being well.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Tomorrow will be a lovely, lovely day for Sally's birthday, so she can just take the time off and enjoy it in her garden. And, of course, then there was one more thing that we found out, and that's that her husband will be cooking her favourite surprise meal for her birthday.
Yeah.
And what was it?
Fish and chips.
Oh, fish and chips.
With
yes,
mushy peas.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, bread and butter. Yes. Fresh bread.
For a nice chip butty.
Fresh bread from Fred.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. We really, really, really hope that Sally has an amazing birthday tomorrow. She does such a good job at delivering all of our posts on time and making sure that we have everything that we need. And especially now, we want to say a really, really big thank you. And to all the people that are working at the moment, that you're doing an amazing job. Like all the people that are looking after Coral. Yeah. They're doing an amazing job. Yeah. Loads of you out there who are working. Oh, yes, Cassie, yes, we do love a chip butty, don't we? Yes. Oh, it is brilliant. Well, look, it's been really lovely to see you all again. And we hope to see you again next week for our bedtime story. And we just wanted to leave you with a little reminder that you've got to appreciate one another and appreciate all the people that are out there helping you day to day. So don't just thank them now, but thank them every day that you see them. Make sure that they know that you're grateful for what they do, especially considering it's all really, really hard work, isn't it, Mrs. Bramble? Yeah, it is. Helping people and making sure that everything's done in time. So we wanted to just say, appreciate everybody that's with you, near you, and that does stuff for you. And we will see you again for another bedtime story next Saturday at 7. If you can carry on sending in your letters to us, we're going to sort through them. So send them over to multivax@outlook.com. Get mum, dad, whoever's with you at the minute to give you a hand, type them up, send them over in a picture. We will do our best, with Sally, of course, to get those letters to those people who don't feel as connected at the moment, but just so that they know that someone's thinking about them. Isn't that right, Mrs. Bramble? Yeah. Well, we will see you again, and we hope that you have a really good night's sleep, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye for now. See you later. See you next week. Bye.